So I'm going to break down some real world news on what's going on in the real world the way it is. Not something you get in the media. The media at this point is a fraud, if you ask me. They're just trying to create a narrative. It has nothing to do with the reality. It has to do with what they want you to believe. It's like an advertisement for someone else at this point. Man, it's terrible. But, you know, this country's going through some crisis, and there's some graphic content here. You'll understand what I mean as soon as you see this. Right? You didn't see that on the news. Just broad daylight. We don't know what the situation is, what the purpose of the shooting really is. Point blank in their faces, violence in the inner cities or whatever you want to call it. Why does that happen? How does that happen? People are fighting for money. So here's another example of it. All right, this is something else. Montclair just ransacked Montclair. All right, they ran up in there and they ransacked everything. Why? Well, you know, Montclair jackets are $1,000. The rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. That's really what's happening. Vast amounts of capital are printed. The people get a taste. They get a check for $1,200. The rest goes into the stock market, and the top 1% or the top of the top 1% owns more of the stock market than the rest of the 70% or so. And all that money gets circulated. They get richer, they get more power, they get more authority. They want the crazy sports cars, right? You see all these crazy sports cars being developed because there's people with billions and billions of dollars and millions of dollars. They don't know what to spend it on. And then at the bottom, there's people with nothing. And you're going to see more of that. Ransack Montclair, shooting in the street, shooting, point blank, robberies of all sorts. That is because of the terrible condition, the economic condition that this country's really in. And they'll never report it. They'll tell you about racism. They'll tell you about this, but they'll never do anything about it. They'll never give an opportunities to some of these people that are caught in this terrifying situation. They just won't do it. There's so many things that could be done. In fact, that I saw, a clip out there where they're asking Obama. This was in a recent interview. What have you done for the African American community? Giving them a toss-up so you can answer it. Oh, more African Americans have health care than ever before, and all these other things. And he didn't have all the authority because of the Democrats didn't control the House at that time, or something like that. And in reality, that's just such a horrible answer. Even me standing here with all my responsibilities in the jewelry business. Could have been a simple program. You know, Obama has the authority to pardon. Could have took 1,000, 2,000 people that deserve to be pardoned from jail. There's probably 100,000 of them that could have been pardoned. Could have pardoned them from jail and gave them a job installing solar panels. Didn't have to print money for that either. You know, a job, $25 an hour, $35 an hour, get your life together. Affordable housing that they could purchase with government loans. And if you didn't want to fund it through Congress, you could fund it privately. Get a couple of billionaires, Oprah and P. Diddy and whoever, and give these people a chance. These excuses. And then I saw the comments. It's D.L. Hughley that put this video up. And I saw the comments and they're like, oh, we got to vote for more Democrats. That you can't let these people dupe you. You just can't let them dupe you. That's really why I stand here and do the news. I want to go home. I had a long day in the Diamond District. I'm not going to do it. I have to take my stand. The rich are going to get richer. The poor are going to get poorer. They're not going to report on the struggle in the hood or what have you. And there's plenty of opportunities for people who actually care. When there's a will, there's a way. You can't blame, oh, I didn't have Congress. I didn't have this. I didn't have that. I couldn't do anything. I made a health care bill. No excuse. You can't, just because Obama was a beloved president to the black community or what have you, it's no excuse for failure. There's no excuse for the failure. Even if I could stand here and come up with an idea, so could you, and so could thousands of people to help black, white, and everybody who needs the proper help in this world. And the Democrats, they lie. They're just the worst of the worst at this point. You know, the world is filled with terrors like this. 88 Chinese puppies rescued from dog meat trading coming to New York. Nobody could do anything about it. The New York Post reported it. Did you hear the reports? Did you hear the condition of the world from anywhere on the news? No. Yeah, I mean, you know, once in a while you get a story. Look at it. What a horror show that is. You know, it's disgusting. In other news, Ghislaine Maxwell is woken up every 15 minutes in jail to prevent suicide. That's probably a lie. They probably wake her up once in a while or do whatever. She's definitely not having a good time, nor does she deserve to. She's got the dirt on a lot of people, but again, in this unjust, unfair, corrupt, deceitful world, primarily because you buy up these lies out there from the media and the Democrats, things like, you'll never get justice. You'll never get justice. There's so much dirt going on, right? It just bothers me how the average street criminal or something like that, they put them away, they make them go through hell, they shove them in the system in and out for, or you take a look, you know, the killing that happened, George Floyd, the knee and all this other stuff for a fake $20 bill. Meanwhile, there's people stealing vast amounts of money from the government, getting richer and richer and richer, and they don't do a minute in jail. They don't even get a phone call. It's really disgusting. And that's real world news here from Trax NYC. That's what's really going on. You know, the world has a lot of potential. This guy, out of syringes, he made a mechanical little crane using hydraulic pressure, so to speak. Cardboard and plastic, whatever he has, doesn't have shoes. But he doesn't have an opportunity because there's no real leaders saying, hey, you know, get the resources. Who in your community deserves this, a scholarship, here or there. It's a horror show. You know, I don't want to use the word scholarship, and then I want to make this point across. There's somebody that confronted Elizabeth Warren about her, you know, excusing student debt. Why is student debt so high? Why does it cost $200,000 to go to school, right? No one's asking that question. Then for all those people that paid their student debt and they get no relief, they did the right thing, while everyone else who couldn't pay it gets absolved of their student debt, which is in the trillions of dollars. It's just a level of stupidity you can't even imagine. The reason why student debt is the way it is because you're forced to go to college. You have no way out. They'll force you to buy the textbooks, the education. In reality, if you take that $200,000 you would have owed and you just get a regular job and you don't pay that $200,000 and you don't indebt yourself, you save up money. If you save up money, I don't know, mopping floors or whatever you have to do, and you invest that money properly, you'll be richer than anybody coming out of that school in debt way sooner, and you'll enjoy your life and you'll retire young, right? There's people, and I'll tell you a specific stock, that the business owner invested in a trucking company, Berkshire Hathaway. He invested in it for them early, and truck drivers retired as millionaires, right? It's the world you live in, but the problem is you don't think for yourself. You let other people do the thinking for you. You buy the shit you see on the media. You can't discern fact from fiction. You're completely indoctrinated. And these people get away with murder. It's sad, right? It really, really is sad. Oh, Obama. Oh, now Joe Biden's out there talking about the Thanksgiving address. Hope is coming and this and that. Warm words that mean nothing, that you lap up. The masses lap up. It sucks, but that's the world you're living in, and I'm here to report it. So you just watched a Trax News video. It's an organization for the people, by the people. This is us here at Trax News. What does that mean, for the people, by the people? That means that you get to deliver your story, you get to deliver your opinion, and we'll deliver it to what we're going to be creating is a new mainstream. We're doing something interesting with this organization. We're dividing it in different pieces, giving people a claim on ownership of it. You could read all of that in the description and join in, sign up, deliver the news. We'll deliver it to the people, spread the word, and this is what we do here at Trax News.